In a world where fairways meet the airwaves, where birdies and banker collide, welcome to the show that takes you beyond the clubhouse and onto the green. This is Balls and Tees, your passport to the golfing universe, where every swing tells a story and every putt has its punchline. Get ready to step onto the last greens and dive into the world of divots, drives, and delightful banter.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is the one and only magician, Tony Tone, the boy with a lot of flair. I am a classic man, and as you know, I am super excited to be here. It's a Wednesday, and for those who already know, the reason that I'm excited is because my weekend starts today. So, in essence, this week, considering the fact that yesterday was a public holiday, it was Heritage Day, so happy belated Heritage celebrations to everyone that's listening. So I've been having a good weekend till today, and then it will still continue tomorrow and Friday. So, ladies and gentlemen, before I get into the heat of things, I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who's been with us from the get-go. We love you, and we are because of you. And for everyone who's joined along the line, I want to say you guys are spectacular. Please continue doing so and bring all your friends and family and make sure that you enjoy nothing but the real talk when it comes to golf. As you know, this podcast is the only one like this, and there's none that will ever be like this in the entire world. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me not take too much of your time. Today, we're going to talk about the commerce around social golf. So, everyone has been talking about how golf makes money, how they make connections on the course and off the course. So, we will be delving deep into that to see how social golfers can make money on the course and how entities can also monetize in terms of partnerships and sponsorships. So for those who don't know, excuse me about that. So for those who don't know, listen, we're going to take a 2-minute break. It is already hot. The weekend was freezing because of the snow that's been falling in the KZN, Free State and Eastern Cape area. So Gauteng is scorching hot, guys. I am sweating as we speak, and I don't know why. So bless my sweating. We're going to take a 2-minute break, and I'm just going to get myself a nice ice cold glass of water. If you have anything better than water, please make sure that in the next 2 minutes you refill that glass and then you stay put, because when I come back, we will be expanding on the commerce around social golf. So ladies and gentlemen, let's go for that 2-minute break, and then when I come back, I will be calling in the one and only Sipho Makalima to explore what money can be made and how money can be made on the golf course.
The Magician.
Invisible Ink Consulting, your gateway to financial success. We specialize in providing the best solutions to manage your finance and accounting, ensuring a better life for you and your business. Our expert team offers top-notch accounting and tax consulting services tailored to various industries, including but not limited to engineering, medical practitioners, in construction, non-profits, events management, attorneys and financial services. Experience the power of our best analytics, backed by a commitment to our clients and a high level of knowledge. At Invisible Ink Consulting, we strive to deliver the best service you can get, making your financial journey seamless and rewarding. Choose Invisible Ink Consulting for a brighter financial future. Your success, our priority. Please visit us at www.invisibleinc.co.za to reach us. www.invisibleinc.co.za.
In a world where fairways meet the airwaves, where birdies and banker collide, welcome to the show that takes you beyond the clubhouse and onto the green. This is Balls and Tees, your passport to the golfing universe, where every swing tells a story and every putt has its punchline. Get ready to step onto the last greens and dive into the world of divots, drives, and delightful banter.
The Magician.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for staying tuned. As you know, the one and only Tony Tone is here, and I am so happy, like I said, man. You know, when it gets to Thursday, I start thinking about the next Wednesday. Then I'm like, yeah, you know what? This time around, I'm going to surprise them. I think about so many things. Changing my voice, changing my tone, all those things, but it doesn't work out. But nonetheless, I just want to say I am so excited to be here. It is spring, and before I continue, guys, and bring in our guest, there's something that one of my guests brought up last week, Mr. Pablo Tekiso. You know, he mentioned something that I think it's not getting enough attention in South Africa, and that's basically this whole thing of human trafficking and abduction. And that's when I actually realized that we're not doing enough as a country, and no one is to blame, to be quite honest. I'm not going to pinpoint fingers, but I just need to urge everyone to familiarize themselves with this concept of human trafficking, because it is happening in our local environments. It's not just an international thing. I mean, the other day I was reading articles, not just one article, where people, and I actually saw videos where people are complaining about a particular shopping mall where there's been some abductions from ladies' bathrooms, and I saw another case where someone was trafficked from, just imagine, right here in Mamelodi. So guys, please, wherever you are, just make sure that you remain safe. If you are in a crowded place, please familiarize yourself with the environment. Make sure that you are with someone that you trust as well. If you're out partying, make sure that your drinks are close, because in all essence, this thing, what I've noticed is that 90% to 95% of it starts with simple spiking of a drink. So make sure that the kids are safe. I think that's one of the most important things, because they're very vulnerable. Sometimes you'd find that people will promise you jobs, like Pawalo said. People will promise you jobs, and then before you know it, you're in a different environment. You don't even know how you got there. And things start going the wrong way. So that's something that really touched me. And I believe that as a nation, we need to do a bit more. Unfortunately, I can't say we need to whistleblow, but we need to make the law aware. If we know anything, or if we've heard of anything, we saw anything suspicious, I think we need to do that. And speaking of which, we are on a golf podcast, and I know that my golfers, man, if there's anything that I've experienced with the people that I've engaged with on and off course, is that golfers have loving hearts, and we want to see the nation grow. We want to see the youth develop into our next leaders. So for everyone out there that's playing and not playing, let's just be vigilant. Let's make sure that all these culprits who are involved in these acts do not target anyone close to us, or anyone for that matter. Let's close this whole thing. So yeah, that's what I wanted to clear off before I start engaging, because guys, man, even men get abducted nowadays. There's a lot of baby oil everywhere. I don't want to be a victim of baby oil as well. So if you see me, just make sure that you come and give me a nudge and say, hey dude, wake up. Because without us helping ourselves, no one else will help us. So ladies and gentlemen, as I said, today's topic is all about exploring the commercial side when it comes to social golf. Now, let me break it down for you. There's a lot of golf days. There's a lot of golf schools where people and entities as well would ask, so what's in it for me? Because in all honesty, a lot of people don't really understand the environment around golf to say, how do we then do all these things? So I will tell you now, a sponsorship basically means that any entity or any individual is coming through to say, okay guys, put my brand up, and then let me get exposure. Let me be visible to everyone that's within your space. So that's around the golf course. So you'd find someone saying, "No, I'll sponsor a particular hole." The reason for sponsoring that particular hole is basically just to make sure that your entity is on the map, firstly. So by me saying that the entity is on the map is just to say that we are all trying to get the market share. But we need to bear in mind there's certain markets that we can't reach. Now, the golf course is very, very, very particular, and it's a very strict environment where we need to follow the rules, right? So as a sponsor, when it comes to a golf event, you need to be very precise in what you want to communicate or what you want to share with the market. If you're there to sell a service, just be clear when it comes to your marketing material. Be clear to say, listen, this is Tony, this is what I do, right? So that people can find it easy to remember you. People can actually relate to what you're saying. So don't just go there and flash everything that you do, because if you flash everything that you do, highly likely someone is going to miss it, right? So that's how entities can actually monetize. And from an individual perspective, listen, when you are on the golf course, please don't try to close any business deals. Just get to establish those relationships. Make sure that you know the people that you're with and you understand them. And also be very, very transparent in what you do when you're chatting with those guys. Because who knows, tomorrow might be your lucky day and someone can say, listen, I know this individual, they do so and so. Okay? So those are some of the things that we need to bear in mind. We don't just want to play golf. We want to play golf firstly to improve our skills, right? That's the first thing. And then secondly is just to make sure that we get to build a community. So the whole idea around playing golf is to build a community, build networks, and make sure that we do the right thing. So, ladies and gentlemen, I've wasted quite a few minutes, but I just wanted to give you clarity on what we'll be discussing today. My guest is already on the line, and he is ready for us. Hi, Sipho.
Hey, Tony, how are you, man?
I'm good, and yourself?
I'm good, brother.
All right. Sipho, thank you for making time to join me today. I know, man, it's been a hectic day today for you, and I just want to say a big shout out to you for making time to join me. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think our audience is quite... They know you, but it would be fair for you to reintroduce yourself and tell them what it is that you do. And yeah, let's get into things to say, how do one monetize? Or let's discuss the commerce around golf, man.
No. Thanks, Tony. Thank you for your time, and then thank you for inviting me once again. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so as you know, my name is Sipho Mahalema. Mm-hmm. I am from Balls and Tees, actually, one of the founding members of the Balls and Tees. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Awesome. Now, Sipho, the big question here is, I've had this quite a lot on the golf course, where even off the golf course, where people would say to me, listen, what are you doing on the golf course? You're playing an old man sport. Where's the deals? Because we hear people talking about deals, but people don't really understand the whole strategy behind it. But before we go into that, can you just unpack exactly what you do for Balls and Tees and exactly what Balls and Tees does, except for the podcast and videography that we do on the golf courses?
No, man. No, thanks, Tony. Once again, I mean, so what we do actually is really to try to create value for brand. Golf is one of those fantastic small community with its own demographics. Mm-hmm. So when you look at it around golf, you find like golfers actually play golf as much as they enjoy golf. Yeah. But these guys are actually hooked to golf. Nothing really separates them from golf. But the most important thing is that they play golf for value. So once they start playing for fun. Mm-hmm. But most of the people will then, maybe in their late age, they will naturally go and play golf for network purposes. Mm-hmm. And then once they get inside the golf course, they actually find out that there's actually more of the things that they can actually do inside the golf course. Yeah. In terms of social dynamics and also social cohesion. So when you look at the golf courses or the golf days, they'll start as social golfers and it grows. they get their network, their friends, they build their relationships, and then eventually they start getting invited to the golf days. But most importantly, most of the social golf days, they are played for social cohesion, where you find that they're playing it to raise funds for a particular purpose. So once we then see that for them to be able to do that, as the golfers and even the golf organizing committees, they try to raise funds. So for them to be able to do that, they really need brands to be behind them, to help that. So, but obviously for the brands, they also want to understand what is the return on their investment.
Hundreds.
So now our role inside the golf courses is really to go in there, engage the brands, and see how the brands can actually create a value. Because based on the experience, there are brands that will say to you, we have supported golf days and all those things, but we haven't really seen the value. And in that way, they don't see a purpose for them to come and support in the next golf day, or if there's someone's golf day, but not really seeing the purpose around it in terms of as companies playing a role in corporate social investment, but also for them as a brand to build their brand awareness around the social golfers. So when we are inside the golf course and even outside the golf course, is really to get the brand and then help the brand to understand the value that they can get from the golfing community. So that even for, advocating for the growth of sport, it's for us to really go out there and bring these brands in so that the social golfers can continue with their people.
No, 100%. Now, there's something that I picked up from what you were saying, that some brands would come through and say, listen, we've supported a number of golf days or golf events, but we haven't really seen or derived any form of value, any tangible value. Now, can you just expand on that to say, when people talk about value, when brands talk about value around golf events, what value have you perhaps, or what is it that you believe is valuable or is value for these investors or sponsors or partners when it comes to golf events? What kind of value do you think that they can derive apart from monetary value, obviously?
Yeah, so as a brand, normally when you go and support or as a growing brand, what you need is more of the visibility, but also building a trust with your potential customers. So the value that the brand will normally be looking into is how they take their brand and make their brand to interact with the social golfers. So let me expand on this. So social golfers, it's actually a community, and it's a very niche market. So that have a disposable income to be able to play golf and all those things. Like I say, they go on the golf for particular purpose to really network. But when they get inside the sport, they get hooked. So you will find them in these golf courses because in the reality of it, none of the South African golf courses will survive without the social golfers. So in that way, is that the brand, if you build a brand around the social golfers and they are actually able to engage with the brand, it's easier for them to build a trust with the social golfers. So as a brand, you need that environment that will trust you and that will take your brand out there. So what you then do is that you look at the behavior of the golfers, social golfers in general. So they will play golf wherever they are playing, but they will share their experience in their whole social media platform. So if you've got, I'll make an example. If you've got 10 Tonys, 10 Tonys will be playing in different golf courses, and they have maybe their social network from social media, from LinkedIn and all those things. But what they're going to do is that they're going to share their experience, which golf course they were playing at, what was their experience, how they played with their friends and all those things. So in that way, they take their experience and put it in their network that is not even within the golfing fraternity.
Yeah.
So if you then take in the brand in there, you find that maybe there's 10 Tonys with about, maybe let's say for Facebook purposes, they've got 5,000 each of followers. Those numbers are the numbers that Tony is able to help spread of the brand awareness across their platforms. So and then that's basically what we try. That's the value that we see that the golf actually, especially of the social golfers, can create. But also the most important part that you have to look at it. A lot of social golfers are within our society. These are the people with the high LFM. So they always have some disposable income. And then if you look at the South African income bracket, so it means that these people are more likely in the senior position, management, executives, or business people. So and then if your brand is running around those people, it means that these are the people who are the decision makers.
Yeah.
So they might not make purchasing power at that moment,
but they've got
but
influence.
maybe later they know that Tony exists, but also Tony exists within the golfing fraternity. And then the golf is in its concept is a sport of etiquette.
Yeah.
So when you play golf, you need to present yourself in a certain way. That shows etiquette, that shows, a gentleman's sport, integrity, and all those things. So imagine taking your brand and putting it in an environment of etiquette and all those things. So you're more likely to make people to trust your brand when it's revolving around the golf course.
100%. And, speaking of the fact that the existence of brands in a golf course, it's something special in the sense that golf is actually synonymous with etiquette and professionalism. I just want to find out how important it is for a brand to be aligned with a particular golf day. For instance, if we are to make an example, let's say Accenture comes through, they want to sponsor or they want to partner with 10 Tonys for a golf day which has a mandate of raising funds for stray cats. So I just want to find out how can brands actually package their products in terms of aligning themselves with the nature or the cost of that particular golf event, and what kind of returns can they then expect moving forward? Would you just consider it as a social responsibility kind of participation, or is it something that can bring the revenues in the long term?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'll look at this in two ways. Obviously, the social golfer or someone who arranges the social golf, they will be looking for social cohesion. But also remember, there's corporate golf days where they actually entertain their clients. So, but when you look at this in this form, how it then happens or how it then bounds, is that for social golfers, golf is a lifestyle, but it's a lifestyle of people who are willing to put their money and take the value of the experience that they have when playing golf. But this is a high market because they have the power to make a purchasing decision. So, I mean, that's why you find the golfing brands being able to survive. If you look at your pro shops, your golf equipment, their force of buying power is coming from social golfers. Because essentially, a lot of professional golfers, some of them, they get sponsored for these equipment. But the social golfers, they actually buy. these products because of their purchasing power. So when you take your brand within the social golfers, you create a brand visibility, because this is an affluent audience, and then it's by its nature associated with wealthier demographics, and then that's how these people are able to spend around golf. And then I can tell you, Bratoni, with my part is that with my experience, golfers will always purchase any equipment that makes them believe that they're going to win.
Yeah.
The price, so they become price insensitive. If this part is going to help them win golf and beat their friends, so be it. They will buy that part.
100%.
But also, when you look at the golf, amongst all the sports, one of the biggest roles that golf plays is around health and wellness.
Yeah.
So these people walk about 5-6 kilometers a day once they play. And then the people who are playing, mostly also they are old folks. So those who are looking to go into their retirement, I mean, you can't retire in soccer.
At 60.
Yeah. No. So you have to look at that, but also looking mostly at the social aspect of it. So it's easier for brands then to associate themselves with the golfers, because these are the people in their number, like I say, going into the retirement playing sport in well-beings. They have disposable income. Maybe some of them, they just cash out from their pensions, and then they want to distress, and then they find golf as an environment of distressing. So in terms of a lifestyle, a social aspect of it, it's just a relaxing environment.
Yeah.
So if then your brand is within this community, it's going to be easier for you to create loyalty as a brand, and then also to create brand engagement.
Yeah.
Because now you can speak to these people, to these guys one-on-one directly. You can engage with them. They can do their referrals. When they see you the next time, they've picked up, oh, hey, this is you, Tony, and all those things. And essentially that's how we also started the Balls on Tees. I mean, when we started with few groups, but then we moved, and then people started recognizing our brand as the social golfers based on the value that we are creating for them. And then it is now that we are moving, getting momentum, because if you look at us, in most cases, particularly around Gauteng, as much as we travel to the different provinces, it's more likely when you go to the golf day, you are going to see the next person. And then the relationship is already there, is built, is solid. So, and then the behavior of golfers, I mean, if you look at the golf aspect of it, is that these people, for the network purposes, they spend at least 5 hours, 6 hours with each other. Yeah. And then that is a strong environment for people to build a relationship. It's relaxed. They talk work, they talk social life and all those things. And then by the time they leave that part, they build their relationships. Yeah. Whether they know that the relationship will not work or it will work, they will see it inside the golf course. Yeah. Because that's where they will see people's behavior.
The character.
So, but then imagine when you have the brand in there. I mean, with my experience as well, I've seen brands growing literally from the golf course. I've never seen them, especially these entry market wine products and whiskey products. I've seen them going into the golf course to promote and all those things. Yeah. But because the golfers are there and they are very supportive, they always even are able to make purchasing inside the golf courses, and then these companies are able to grow.
That's true.
And then after that, they then get invited to come and sell in these guys' companies. When they go to December now, it's year-end functions. They invite them, and that's how their brand managed to grow from golf and outside.
100%. Sipo, let's take a 2-minute break, and then when we get back, I just want us to discuss the POPIA Act around, obviously from an individual point of view, to say, okay, you mentioned that you might find that in 10 Tony's team, there's, let's say, 20 players, of which each one of them would have like 5,000 followers. So certain individuals don't really like being in the public eye, right? So I just want to find out how then do we maneuver around this, and how do entities actually maneuver around this as well, if should they want to advertise or post on their social media platforms. So let's take that 5-minute break, and then when we get back, we'll get into that and a bit more discussion around what exactly does Balls and Tees have to offer to the market as a whole, from a golf day organizer perspective to potential partners or sponsors or any entity that's out there and has an interest in golf. All right.
Okay, thank you, Tony.
Thank you.
The Magician.
In a world where fairways meet the airwaves, where birdies and banker collide, welcome to the show that takes you beyond the clubhouse and onto the green. This is Balls and Tees, your passport to the golfing universe, where every swing tells a story and every putt has its punchline. Get ready to step onto the large greens and dive into the world of divots, drives, and delightful banter.
Invisible Inc. Consulting, your gateway to financial success. We specialize in providing the best solutions to manage your finance and accounting, ensuring a better life for you and your business. Our expert team offers top-notch accounting and tax consulting services tailored to various industries, including but not limited to engineering, medical practitioners, in construction, non-profits, events management, attorneys and financial services. Experience the power of our best analytics, backed by a commitment to our clients and a high level of knowledge. At Invisible Inc. Consulting, we strive to deliver the best service you can get, making your financial journey seamless and rewarding. Choose Invisible Inc. Consulting for a brighter financial future. Your success our priority. Please visit us at www.invisibleinc.co.za to reach us. www.invisibleinc.co.za.
In a world where fairways meet the airwaves, where birdies and banker collide, welcome to the show that takes you beyond the clubhouse and onto the green. This is Balls and Tees, your passport to the golfing universe, where every swing tells a story and every putt has its punchline. Get ready to step onto the large greens and dive into the world of divots, drives, and delightful banter.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for staying tuned. As you already know, it's the one and only Balls and Tees, the magician, the boy with a lot of flair. I am a classic man, and I am Tony Tone. There is no other Tony Tone in the entire universe, not just the world. There's only one Tony Tone, and that's me, Yellowbone Lapitori Yafandi One. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are still joined by our guest, Sipo. Sipo, are you still with us there?
Yeah, I'm here, mate.
All right, Sipo, thank you for giving us insight in the first session, man. But I just want to find out something. There's a couple of things that you mentioned, which I believe is very imperative, especially for individuals who are not really fans of the spotlight, right? Now, this goes down to what we call the POPIA Act in South Africa, where the bill was signed off to say you can't really share or you can't document anyone's information without that permission. Now, when we're talking about this, you mentioned that there's people who would have followers and they would post certain information, let's say relating to a particular golf day, and obviously there'll be pictures, videos of other individuals and other brands. So I just want to find out from your experience, what have you seen around this whole thing, especially to go around the POPIA Act, because, for instance, if you are to post me as Tony Tone without my knowledge, I am definitely going to cause a lot of trouble for you and say, why would you take my information or anything that has to do with me without my permission? Because I understand the POPIA Act. Now, let's talk about sponsors, partners. Let's talk about people partaking in this particular golf days. Obviously, there's high-profile individuals who don't want to be seen. And if I incidentally then post a picture where I am posing with, let's say, Elon Musk, for instance, and people start going crazy, obviously they will tag him on his pages. What implications are there, and how can one actually avoid such things?
No, thank you very much, Tony. I think, to be honest, I don't have much of a legal background, but around the POPIA Act, so not to mislead people. But from what we have seen and developed, I mean, you are right. With balls and tees, we developed the policies just to also avoid such situations. Because the reality is that you need to consent with people about their personal data.
Yeah.
And then because in that environment is that you understand you're collecting data, you need transparency, and then there's data security, like you're saying, and then and then it's very important when these things are happening that we are also trained and familiarize ourselves as volunteers around this environment. So that you also need to develop the incident plan. And that is why from our side, it's very important that when we engage and get the invitations, we say to these guys, please engage us with this policy around the POPIA Act. Because that, I mean, I know there are people who will dodge at work just to go and play golf. We don't want to mention names to follow the POPIA Act. But at the same time, it's people's information and all those things. So we need to have the respect for that.
That's true.
And then the one thing about golfers, social golfers, like I spoke about their demographics, they are quite aware about all these things. These people are seniors. These people are here to build a positive reputation around themselves. So they are funny swings, like songs always says that they are funny swings. So you also don't want to create this content, this environment, by exposing people's swings, trying to mock or make funny of people. So it also boils down to the respect, as much as the POPIA Act, there's also the principles about how you package your work. Your work is really to get and give the social golfers their experience, their memory, so that they don't forget. I mean, some people find that in the first golf day, they've met with the one person and they conclude the deal, or there's a positive outcome from however they met on the golf day. For people, it's such a memory. But also because, like I say, in terms of the age group as well, golfers, particularly mostly, are also older. So when they leave us in this world, we need to capture those memories and give them to their families as a token of appreciation, because we have then documented this part to show that this person, it might be a dad at home, a very sweet and hard dad, but at the golf course, he loves like nobody's business. And so we need to have that part essentially to keep these memories. So and for us to be able to do that, from our side, we need to respect our work, understand the POPIA Act, the data collection of individuals, and also how it is distributed. So that's why it's very important for us to engage with the organizer and say, organizer, this is what we're going to do. Please inform your people and all those things. So, and also that's how our brand is growing, because we respect the people who are giving us the opportunity to come and document them. Because you're right, you don't just want to see your picture or your video being made a meme elsewhere. Because people just came and did this and is doing all these funny things. So golfers are people of etiquette, but they also have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Because also golf, if you look at it in its essential, it's also one of the good tourism environment. I mean, if you look at your Jackal Creek, your Spring City, your Fen Court, these are the international golf courses where people just come to experience South Africa through the golf courses. I mean, there are people who, in their bags, they always have the golf bag as they travel, because they know they want to go there and experience the golf course there and be able to beat the golf course. So golf essentially also play a very big role in tourism or hospitality environment.
100%. No, I really, really appreciate that clarification, Sipho. And then if there's anything that I just want us to clarify from your side, or actually something that I need you to clarify, especially to our audience, right? So, Balls and Tees, we've got a podcast, and then we do live coverage of events, right? Now, if you can just share a full spectrum of what it is that we do and what it is that we can actually offer anyone out there from the services that we provide.
No, thank you, Tony. So at Balls and Tees, essentially what we provide is a media coverage for golfers. So we go out there and take a 6-hour footage, videography. We compress it to a maximum 30 minutes so that it's watchable.
Yeah.
And then inside that part, because a lot of these golf days or the golf grouping, they also have the sponsors and all those things.
Yeah.
And then we don't bring these sponsors inside the video production that we do to really create the value. Because what we have learned is that you will have 60 players inside the golf course. But at the same time, after the viewership, it's actually more than 60 people, because then people will share content with their friends and all those things. So if the brand then fits inside that production, it means that the brand gets the value even digitally and all those things. And then because this part they sit in our environment for 2 years. Yeah. So in that way, what you then also find is that essentially when a golfer plays golf, they only pass the hole one.
Yeah.
So if you are allocated hole number 11 or hole number 15, these guys, by the time they get to hole number 11, 15, they, now with 1 or 2 beers, someone just missed the par, some didn't even score and all those things. When you get to your 2 box, they're probably also even a little bit more frustrated. They don't really want to engage with those brands there. Yeah. So what we then do is that we help the organizers and help the brands to extend their brand beyond the golf course. If someone had missed this, it means that they have to come and approve the content that we create, meaning that the brand will also then even there be visible. Yeah. So that's the most greatest value that we create for brands inside the golf course. All right. But also for golfers, it's no risk.
100%. Now,
and then on the podcast track where we are right now, Balls and Tees in terms of the South African product. This is the international product. Yeah. Because it's a niche market that really gives the landscape of golf globally. So you will see we have guests all the way from all around the world, from overseas and all those things, who will then give the perspective of the landscape of golf. So allowing people in South Africa to want to go play in the other countries. or internationally, but also in South Africa, giving the perspective or the landscape of South African golf to the international market, so that when they come here, they can be able to say, I want to play in this golf course. I heard they spoke about this part. For the fact that we are only not available, and we are available digitally from Spotify, iPhone, and all those things. So these are the international platforms. So then it makes essentially our environment to go international, because when you look at what we do in comparison to traditional media platforms, so the traditional media platform, they've got the spectrums and all those things. Yeah. But here you do not have border. So you can produce the content, engage with the golf courses in Zimbabwe, Lesotho, Up Africa. You can engage with the US and all those things, comment and all those things. But essentially, this environment is really the environment we have seen playing golf, where golfers actually engage about their good experience inside the golf course. Yeah. You know, if someone gets an eagle in the group, even if you're not in that group, you will know if someone got an eagle. Yeah. There's a few guys that I've seen in the groups. Some of the groups I joined them later, but they probably had their hole-in-ones about a year or 2 years back. Yeah. We still know even today that they have their hole-in-one, because it doesn't really come easy. Some of us, we don't even have that hole-in-one. But that person is adamant to remind you about their hole-in-one. But this platform allows people like that to be able to speak about their experience. Yeah. To have their 19th hole, engage about golf, because golfers love golf. Whether you're there or you're not, they will love golf because they are.
No, 100%. And then just a quick one before I let you go, Sipho. I mean, you did mention the value that we actually provide to golfers and entities in the golf course. And then if we were to speak about the value that entities can actually get from this podcast, what kind of value can they derive, and what is it that we have to offer to organizations on the podcast?
Yeah, no. Thank you, Tony. And then I was actually elaborating on that. But so on the podcast, because it has so much reach, so what we then allow or be able to give the brands, we are able to give the brands an environment for the brand to be attached with what we do with the social golfers. So meaning that we are able to create that instant, immediate relationship between the social golfers and the brand. Yeah. Whether it's our guests, whether it's where we are covering. So, but also because when we go inside the golf course, we carry our golden tees inside the golf course as well. Yeah. So they essentially, if you think about what we've been doing, is that when we are sitting in there, and then you've got the brand that really wants to engage with the golfers. Of course, as a brand, you have to come and support us for us to be able to give you that exposure, the environment. Yeah. And then you'll be literally sitting with us as we engage you on the radio, and you are also able to engage with the players. Because trust me, the golfers love us. So if you are associated with us, essentially they will then be able to love you, because they trust us. We've done the work with them. We love them. So when you come as a brand and be able to associate this work with us, it's easier to create the leads. Yeah. And then these are not the cold leads. So these will be the people that you will have engaged. They will tell you right there if they don't like your product, and they will tell you there if they can experience your product. Yeah. Because we have seen, for example, with the wines and gins, where people are actually tasting and purchasing immediately. They don't go home to think about it. They just come in and they do that part. And then that's exactly what we want to create for brands.
Yeah, no, 100%. Now, Sipho, like I said, I don't want to take too much of your time, but having you on the show is always So wonderful, because you've got so much insight as to what's going on inside the golf courses, what's happening with our stakeholders, which are golfers, and the respective entities that have an interest in social golf. So I just want to say thank you once again, and I look forward to more engagements with you. But nonetheless, may you have a wonderful evening, sir. Tomorrow we are playing, yourself and I look forward to that game. We need to win.
No, definitely. Yeah, no. And it's very important, to our audience out there, if you're looking to really create your brand off ground and engage with these people, trust me, golfers, they just have something stuck somewhere that they can use to, move you forward. Mm-hmm. To our golfing community, absolutely, thank you very much for allowing us to engage with you and be able to create these memories for you. Hundreds. But also to the brand, please come forward. We are waiting for you. Let's work together. Let us help your brand grow. Let us help you create value in the golfing society. Yeah. And let the golfers help you as a brand. And also, please come and sponsor these golf days. I mean, the golfers are doing such an amazing work in helping our society. I mean, there are people for literacy for life, where they collect the books, and then people who are doing golf days to really help with ladies with sanitary towels, there's so many there. Old homes and all those things. Yeah. You can really see that the golfers have the big heart. Hundreds. I mean, they do that without expectations. They always look at what is a good cause. For example, I mean, last week we were at Tepo Trust golf day, where these guys were just doing that work for bursaries for students. I mean, this is an amazing work. You're giving someone a future and a hope. That's true. By taking money from your pocket. So golfers, they can really go far and dig down in their pockets from their families, from wherever they come, to really support the good cause. And then, Tony, these people are doing these things as golfers because these are the leaders in society. Hundreds. These are the people who are looking forward for South Africa to develop and for South Africa to go forward. That's why they can be able to identify all of these issues and be able to say, let's come together and support the good cause. So, but tomorrow, I know what you about. No. Ke ba le le nna batho ba le ba go sekolong se le sa Thursday. Ba jwetsa gore ke a ba tella why re tla ke le two re tlo ba challenge. No. They don't know. They don't know. Regime. No. Thank you so much, Sipho. We'll chat a bit later. And thank you for your wise words as well. And I hope that there is clarity when it comes to our audience and whatever entity or party is interested in getting into this golfing space. And if there's any more questions from both the audience and whichever organization has been dropping an ear, please feel free to catch us on our Instagram and Facebook. We are eager to engage with you guys. And if you want to be on the show as well, please make sure that you holler at us, and then we will definitely put you on the show. Trust me, I'm an easy guy to chat to. I believe you've been listening to me for over a year now, and you realize that, you know what, this young man is just an easy guy to chat to, because all I want to do is to grow the golfing society and make sure that we engage more and more about our experiences around golf. And for all the companies out there who are startups, who are established, listen, this is the space to put your product, because Balls and Tees speaks to a particular niche, and we are trying to build proper relationships between ourselves, our audience, and our supporters, and our audience. So if you want to put your ad on our podcast, please, we are more than willing to help you with that. Let's amplify your company so that we amplify golf. Sipho, with that being said, my brother, I just want to say a great evening, and I look forward to chatting to you and seeing you tomorrow.
So we will chat, my brother.
Mr. Tony Tone, thank you very much for your time, brother.
Thank you, sir.
Always good to talk to you.
All right.
All
right, bye. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so there you have it. That's the one and only Sipho Makalima, and he's the head of business development when it comes to balls and tees. So he was just sharing his views around the value that entities can actually derive around golf, as well as what kind of value it is that we deliver to both the entities and individuals around golf. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the final slot of our show. Time flies so much when you're having a good time, and that's exactly what's happening with me. So let's go for a 2-minute break. When we come back, I'm going to do the announcements, and hopefully no one is working tomorrow and Friday. But I will share with you the details of what to do should you be working tomorrow and Friday.
The Magician.
In a world where fairways meet the airwaves, where birdies and banker collide, welcome to the show that takes you beyond the clubhouse and onto the green. This is Balls and Tees, your passport to the golfing universe, where every swing tells a story and every putt has its punchline. Get ready to step onto the lush greens and dive into the world of divots, drives, and delightful banter.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, we have now approached the end of our episode today, but you know what it is. This is the time for announcements, and things are happening, ladies and gentlemen. As Sipho alluded, the previous golf day we were at was the Tepper Trust, and I love what they're doing. I mean, they're giving kids hope. Many a times you find that entities would give bursaries to A students, B students, but they neglect the C, D, E. So what Tepper Trust basically does is that they give hope to those students who are getting results of C, D. I don't know what they call them nowadays because people from Bantu education like myself, the system has changed. So please forgive me, but. That's what it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, the upcoming golf days, we've got the Soweto Golf Festival that is taking place on Friday, 11th October 2024, and that's Soweto Country Club. If you want more information, make sure that you give a shout out to Sandra on 071 471 7876 071 471 7876. And then moving forward, we've got that weight again. That Demura weight. But anyway, it is the annual Elio Golf Day that's taking place at Orkney Golf Club. And that's on the 25th of October. Write to RSVP, and for any inquiries, please contact 060 619 1317. 060-619-1317. That's the annual Elio Golf Day at Orkney Golf Club on the 25th of October. Following that, we've got Makgeta Maziviko Fundraiser Golf Day, which is taking place at Killarney Country Club, and that's on the 9th of October. The Makgeta Maziviko Fundraiser Golf Day taking place at Killarney Country Club on the 9th of October. And for more information, please contact Temba Maziviko on 079 175 3729 079 175 3729. Last but not least, we've got the Steve Biko Academic Hospital Fundraising Golf Day, which is to take place on the 15th of November at Waterkloof Country Club. And to RSVP, please contact Nwabisan Nogabu on 082 484 0262 082 484 0262. Ladies and gentlemen, as Sipho alluded earlier on, these golf days, guys, are for a good cause. And just to give you an idea, with the Steve Biko Foundation Golf Day is basically to help our medical professionals and make sure that they continue doing the good job that they're doing when it comes to research and any new medical developments. So let's go and support our medical professionals. The Maketa Mazibuko Fundraiser Golf Day, I mean, it's in the name to raise funds for Maketa to also go on the Sunshine Tour. Guys, golfers are doing good things, and I want you guys to be on the train. I don't want you guys to miss the train, because without you, we are nothing. Let's create a community. Let's invite our sisters, friends, grandmothers, whoever it is that we believe needs to be a part of this golf community. You don't have to play, by the way. You can just come and be a spectator. But we would love to see you get on the course and swing those clubs. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of our show today. As I said, if you're working tomorrow, and easy, I don't know. If you're working on Thursday, no. Please, we have Instagram, we have Facebook. Please, 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 I'm pleading with you. Contact us. Let's help you. Be strategic when it comes to, maneuvering around these things. We want more people on the golf course, and you are one of them. But nonetheless, guys, I just want to say thank you. I love you, and without you, I am nothing. The one and only magician, Tony Tone, signing out. Tomorrow I'm playing, and man, you should see the smile on my face. Kojoamoto.
The Magician.